Let's start with the obvious question. Just what's it going to be like having fans in there again, and how much are you looking forward to that?
I've been getting goosebumps all week just thinking about a packed Autzen Stadium when we heard there was fans. I got super excited. We haven't had fans in there since the Oregon State week of 2019, so I couldn't be more excited to get that place rocking, get back to full capacity. I'm excited.
How about the offensive line? You guys feel like you're in as good a shape as you can be heading into the opener?
Yeah, definitely. We got a good challenge coming up. Fresno State's got a really good defensive front, really physical. They're going to try to knock us back, so it'll be a great challenge for us. I know we're all just really excited to get after it.
From a chemistry standpoint on the O-line, just how helpful has it been to have a full regular fall camp for you guys?
Yeah, I can't state how important that is. Not just fall camp, but having the off season, the winter. Getting with the guys in the player-led practices. Just building that chemistry and even team events outside of football. Just building chemistry up this offseason has been huge for us. Coming to last year, we had one combined start between the six of us. So, now having at least half of a year under our belt, we're really excited. Having this full fall camp was huge. Every practice, every walkthrough, just getting closer and, building that chemistry up, it's been great.
How different does that chemistry actually feel on the field? Like did you guys have games last year where you're just like, this doesn't quite feel in sync? Or
I think the first few games was kind of like we were all I won't say we had no chemistry, but it was more we were still over communicating and stuff, but it was more something kind of later on in the year. You can pass off a lot of D-line stunts and all that a lot easier, just because you build up the trust with the guys next to you. Just know that they got your back on every play. And so I think especially now, I think this fall camp we really built up that chemistry. Played against we have a great defensive front that we go against every day. So, I think going against them was a huge challenge, and we love going against guys like KT and Popo, Dorless, Mace, Funa. All those guys are making us really great, and building that chemistry up because they're really hard to go against when they run games and stunts. It's tough to pass off. So I think just going through all that has built our chemistry up, and I can't say how important that is.
What's a successful week one look like for you in the offensive line against Fresno State?
Just going out there and executing to the best of our abilities. So we just got to put the guys out there that know what we're doing, why we're doing it, how we're doing it, and just play fast. Just no questions, just everybody doing their job and playing at the best of their abilities. I think that's all you can ask for is guys just going out there, just kind of throwing caution into the wind and just playing fast, playing for each other.
As you faced formidable defensive front sevens last year, these guys ranked third in the nation in sacks and caused a lot of havoc this past weekend.
Yeah.
What makes them, in particular, a challenge from that perspective?
They all have great motors. Every single one of the defensive guys that you watch on film, they're flying at the ball. They really do 11 hats to the football there at Fresno State, and it's going to be a great challenge. They bring some exotic looks a little bit, exotic blitzes. They're really physical up front, I'll say. All their D linemen that they rotate in are really physical, trying to knock you back. The linebackers are sideline players. They're running sideline to sideline. They're coming downhill, so it's going to be a great challenge. They all play fast and physical. It'll be a great challenge.
Is there one of them that stands out the most, though, for Fresno up front?
All of them are just, you see them on tape. They're all flying to the football, so they're all making plays. So it's really impressive to see how fast they're running to the football. They never give up on any plays. Doesn't matter if it's a long pass, whatever it is, they never give up on any plays. And you saw that last week when they played UConn.
Out of the young offensive line guys, is there anybody that you've kind of been particularly impressed with or has caught your eye?
Yeah. One guy who I've kind of tried to take under my wing a little bit is Jackson Powers Johnson. He's done a great job. He's a great kid. He loves to learn. He's one who really reached out to me and ask for help, and that's the biggest thing you can do is just kind of ask for help as a young guy. So I think he's done a great job. All the guys have done a great job, the younger guys, but him especially, he's really reached out, asked for help on pretty much everything, whether it's class stuff or football in the weight room, whatever it is. He's reached out and he's done a great job of just learning and executing.
He seems so kind of charismatic and energetic on social media all the time. Is that just him 24/7?
Yeah, it's him about 24/7. It's kind of funny because I'm not really like that, but we do get along. We get along really well. But yeah, that's Jackson about 24/7. He's charismatic. He's energetic, and he's a great guy to have in the offensive line room and on the team.
How do you think the competition improved this group? Because it sounds like you were pushed. A lot of veteran guys still at the top of the two deep, but Mario was saying they're all pushed a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you got to have because you can't have guys getting complacent. Every year I've been here, guys the ones have been pushed by the twos and everything like that. So, that's great. You want that as a player. You want to be pushed because you never want to stay the same. I don't want to be as good as I was or my skill level last year. I don't want to be the same. I want to be better. So, I think that's just a huge thing is competition. It's just gonna breed greatness. I guess it's gonna make everybody a lot better. And it's going to make the whole room a lot better.
You've had a lot of time to work with Anthony in terms of do you think that chemistry is about as good as it can be now? Obviously, no game reps, but a lot of spring and stuff.
Yeah, no, a lot of spring, a lot of film sessions together. Our lockers are actually right next to each other, so that helps too. He's been great. Reach out to me. I reach out to him about blitzes. Pretty much every look we're going to see, I'll reach out. We'll text each other, hey, do you want to watch film? Whatever it may be. That's huge with center and quarterbacks. I always say 5 as 1 right when I get up the line, just talking to the O-line, but it's really 6 or 7 as 1 when you're talking about protections. You got to have the quarterback and the running back on the same page as well. So that's huge for us. It's just building that chemistry, especially me and him, center quarterback.
Do you think they put you guys next to each other intentionally, or is that just happenstance?
I'm sure there was some intention there. I'm sure there was some. I might have to talk to Kenny, but I'm sure it was intentional.
When did you kind of really embrace the toolbox nickname and take us back in time on that one?
Yeah, that actually started with Coach Terry, who's now at Hawaii. I'd play every position, and there'd be Coach Mirabal put the organizational chart up for every team period we were doing, and it would be like, okay, 78's with at right guard, then the next period he's at right tackle, next period he's at center. Okay, now he's going to left guard and then left tackle. So there'd be practices where I didn't play the same position 2 racks in a row. I would be going through and doing whatever. So I just had to roll with that. And Coach Terry one day he just started calling me toolbox because I could do everything. So he just started calling me that, and it just kind of stuck, and that was just kind of my nickname.
How valuable is that though for your development that you were able to do that early on?
Yeah, I can't say that enough. That's huge, and I really appreciate Coach Mirabal, doing that, and he still does that with a lot of the young guys. It helps you absorb and understand the entire offense and our blocking schemes, everything. So if you can understand it from the center position and the left tackle position and the right guard position, let's say just 3 random positions, you can understand it from pretty much any position. So then when you're put in one place where I've predominantly been playing center, I understand what we're doing on every single play, and that's just the reps that you take. As a young guy, I did that a little bit my freshman year, some my sophomore year, and then 2019 I played a lot of everything, just whatever I could play to help the team. And so I think that's huge for young guys' development, and so Coach Mirabal still does that a lot with the young guys.
Was your locker next to Anthony's last year too, or did they switch that this year?
Let me think. Last year was kind of tough because we didn't really get to go in the locker room a whole lot. Right. So, I don't think we were next to each other last year. I think he was a little bit. I think we were on the same row, but he was a little bit further down. But I was still next to. It's me, him, and KT are next to each other.
So what's the decorum of when you get a new locker partner? Is there a feeling out process of getting to know each other?
Yeah, it's our lockers. It's not like we're sharing. Yeah. It's right next to each other. So, but it's always cool because my locker's moved. I think every year. Except for last year, I've been in the same one. So it's cool to get to know and especially to get to know new guys, guys that are from across the country, maybe different position groups, maybe a defensive back. Guys that you don't really, you still talk to, but maybe you aren't that close with. So I think it's a really cool thing that they do in there is they'll kind of pair guys up that from different parts of the country. Right. Different position groups, so that everybody can just kind of be cohesive and come together.
So what's something about him or his personality or where he's from that you know about him now that you didn't used to?
Yeah, no, I always say he's cooler than the other side of the pillow. He's calm. He's a flatliner. He literally is just the same person every single day, and I love that because sometimes guys can have high energy one day, low energy, and you don't want to be like that. So he's got the best energy because he's the same every single day. He's a high energy guy, but he keeps that high energy. He keeps everybody around him, cool, calm, and collected. So it's great having him in the locker room and having him lead our offense.